With the introduction of MDR and increasing emphasis on clinical validation of medical devices, most companies these days are working on updating their CERs or clinical evaluation reports. What are some quick tips that can be of help?
Right, Carly. A lot of companies are focusing, in fact, on updating their clinical evaluation report. Now, some of the things that we really need to think about is that, is it a new or an update to an existing CER? Now, when we say an update to an existing CER, it should be that the CER should be recently updated or revised. Typically, as per the regulations, it's required that a clinical evaluation report is updated in every 2 years. So if it's not updated or revised recently, that means we can't put it under the update category, and we should think that it is almost like a new CER. So first of all, as a quick tip, I'd say we need to identify and understand that whether this is going to be a new clinical evaluation report or an existing clinical evaluation report. Now, the second thing I think which really someone should think about is that what is going to be the route that would be adopted for the clinical evaluation report. Now, whether it's an update or a new clinical evaluation report, you need to think, would you take a hybrid route, a mix of literature and clinical validation or clinical study, or you would take a completely literature route, or third, you would take a clinical validation or clinical study focused route. So what is the route that you would take? That's the second thing to think about. The third thing I would say is it's very important to revisit certain sections of the clinical evaluation report, especially if you're going for an update to an existing clinical evaluation report. Now, when we are visiting some of the sections, it's important to rethink what's the equivalent device with which you claimed equivalence earlier might not be the best equivalent device now, given that there might be more devices now in the market that have obtained regulatory approval. And there also might be technological advancements that you have made to your product, and now you want to add or modify the equivalent product that you used earlier. So it's important to visit that particular section of the clinical evaluation report. And the second would be the state of the art also should be revisited, in addition to all of the other sections being revisited more from a standpoint of updates or tweaks to be made. For the standard of the art section, state of the art section, you want to think about what is the best standard of care right now, what is recognized, how is my device different from that, what are the alternatives that exist at the moment, and all of those things along those lines. So you want to, again, revisit the certain sections. Then I would say is that you want to make sure you're utilizing all the information that is on file. So you want to make sure that you're using any clinical study that was done, any prospective, retrospective study, of course, that was done, or if you have any information on the device from the marketing history that you have obtained by selling the product into different countries across the world. So you want to certainly leverage that, or any other kind of clinical experience that you might have in place. So in short, or in summary, some of the quick tips again are identify whether this is a new CER on an update to an existing CER. Second, identify the route of the clinical evaluation report, literature, clinical versus hybrid. And third, revisit certain section with an eye to details. Fourth, use all the information on file. Ultimately, whatever is being presented, it's important to present it in an evidence format.
Thanks, Pearl. That's really comprehensive, and I'm sure that will help anyone who's looking to plan for an upcoming new or updated CER. Alexis has written over 40 clinical evaluation reports and often includes physician sign-off on these CERs if needed by our clients. CERs created were high quality, yet cost effective, and always provided on time. All of the recent CERs that Alexis had drafted were done as per the MedDev 2.7.1 Rev 4 and the MDR. If you are struggling and want to get any CER remediated or updated for an upcoming audit, please reach out to jennifer@alexis.com. We're always really happy to help.
Thank you.